welcome back to Module 1. This is Lesson 4, How to Avoid Feeling Hungry While Losing Fat, also known as volume eating. So now that you understand the importance of choosing the right calorie deficit, let's dive into it's the underrated tool for fat loss, if I may say so myself. Volume eating. Now, what does this entail? You can be in a calorie deficit, you can lose fat, you can lose weight, and not feel like you're hungry and starving all day. But you have to be intentional, not just about what you eat, but the amount that you eat. And I'm not talking about calories, I'm talking about physical volume, and then how much that volume is worth in calories. So, volume eating means that you are choosing specific foods that are big in size, but they are low in calories. They fill your stomach up and they take a lot longer to eat, and they keep you satisfied without blowing your calorie budget. See, there's only so much food that you can store in your food. So, for instance, eating an entire watermelon is going to be difficult versus eating a bunch of nuts, which equal the same. It's going to be a little harder. Let me get a little bit specific. It is crucial that you look at the food that you're eating and not just the calories, but actual volume. And if you eat small calorie dense meals, like for instance, somebody that has an avocado toast with some peanut butter jam and some chia seeds versus a person that eats egg whites with rice cakes and they'll drizzle on a little bit of honey and salt with some berries. That is a lot more volume, but it's not as calorie dense. So, one of the big things, and I'm looking at my notes here, give me one moment. Okay, one of the big things is that healthy does not mean low in calories, okay? A lot of people think that, oh, because nuts are healthy, oh, because dates are healthy, it means it's low in calories. That's one of the biggest mistakes that people make, especially nut butters, dates, sweet potatoes, granola, smoothies, dressings, syrups. A real example would be, like, for instance, half a cup of peanut butter is 750 calories. That is the same as a watermelon. Okay? Watermelon versus half a cup of nut butter, of peanut butter. Okay? Or for instance, if I were to give you another example, 5 dates. Okay, I love dates. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of dates. 5 dates versus 4 giant cucumbers and a couple red bell peppers and some strawberries. If you look at that on a plate, 5 dates, that's like less than a handful, but less than a fistful, versus a bunch of vegetables that equate the same, you're obviously going to feel a lot fuller with the vegetables, the cucumbers, the strawberries, than the 5 dates. Now, I'm not saying that these foods are bad. They are nutritionally very dense, but they're not great for fat loss because calories do matter. And obviously, every calorie counts when you are trying to lose fat. Filling up on vegetables and fruits is the way to go. So applying volume eating is exactly that. If we're going to keep it simple, more vegetables, more fiber, more water-rich vegetables and fruits, such as watermelon. Watermelon's a great example, or any melon. And even if you're not used to it, I'm going to say it, you're going to probably have to force yourself to eat more vegetables and more fruits than you're eating right now. And even if you love it, I've had multiple clients tell me, oh, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like, I love fruits and vegetables. Wait until you see my meal plans. My meal plans are packed with veggies, and you're gonna be like, Natalia, I thought I liked fruits and vegetables. Because it is all about making sure that you are getting the nutrient-dense foods that are high in volume. So a few simple ways to do this is add 2 to 3 vegetables in every single meal. Bulk up on your favorite things. So I'm not telling you not to have pasta, but have your pasta with zucchini, spinach, mushrooms, and tomatoes. Make sure that the amount of vegetables outweighs the what we call grains or the other foods that you know are a little bit more calorie dense. Another example would be pizza. I'm not telling you not to have pizza, but put as many vegetables on top of that pizza. And if you can switch out, for instance, the beef, which tends to be higher in calories, higher in fat, with lean chicken, lean turkey, that would be wonderful. Or even having a salad, a side salad, or for dessert, one of the biggest underrated things is matching your dessert, your chocolate cake or your chocolate pudding, with fruit, or even like a Greek yogurt cup with some berries. Keeping it still sugary, still sweet, but adding more protein, more volume, especially before you have sugary things, okay? A calorie deficit is key in order to lose fat, and don't make it hard by struggling to eat not enough food. You can eat more food and stay in a calorie deficit. That is the whole point of volume eating. It helps you to feel full. It helps you to feel energized. The fact that you will be eating more fruits and vegetables means that you will not be deficient in any minerals and vitamins. So you will actually most likely see a decline in your cravings. It's a mindset shift, honestly. You have to look at your plate, and the one thing that you can do right now today is look at your meals and say, could I have added more vegetables? Can I add more vegetables in my next meal? And start making smarter choices. It just really comes down to more fruits and vegetables, especially if you're not somebody who likes them. You gotta start liking them. They are good for you. In lesson 5, we will talk about workouts and we'll talk about training, how to optimize both cardio and strength training without burning out, and also giving you the results that you want, because there is such a thing as working too much, doing too much. I will see you there.